My parents did love the theatre, so it really stemmed from there. And also my mother was a film and television teacher, and so part of her curriculum was the MGM musicals. And so we had a whole bunch of those. We were one of the first families, if I remember correctly, because of her job, to have a video recorder, one of those old clunky things where you used to have to sort of, use your whole body weight to press play and record. So it really was from that. I did ballet after school. I loved that. It really, everything started with dance for me. And we had a lady at school she did modern educational dance and in lunch times, and she was called Mrs Tapp, would you believe? She could see that I was very passionate about dancing, and she really pushed me. And we were very lucky that we had this dance teacher at this grammar school.
Your career took off almost immediately after leaving Lane.
I was in Cats first, and then Miss Saigon, and I suppose for the first sort of 10 years of my career, I didn't stop. And I was talking to somebody recently about the fact that, I'm going to sound really old now, but good old days. It really was a very exciting time to come into the business, because it was when all the juggernauts were landing, like Cats, Miss Saigon, Phantom, Les Miserables.
You took part in the 10th anniversary concert, didn't you?
It was one of the highlights of my career. That night, it was incredible. It was at the Royal Albert Hall. It was the first time it had ever been done in concert, and they had a 250-strong choir behind us and brought on all these people who'd done Jean Valjean from across the world, and it was fairly terrifying at the same time as fairly wonderful, because they'd called it the Dreamcast, and they were recording it for television and for recording it for CD, and suddenly the stakes were huge, and they were bringing people from all around the world, and you just thought, oh, better get this right, one chance.
Well, the crazy thing is, a lot of live theatre doesn't necessarily transfer well to video, and this makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up just watching it on the television. So I can only imagine what it would have been like to have been there. One of those amazing life experiences for everybody, performers and audience alike.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've never seen something that's transferred the way that does. As much as it was in the Royal Albert Hall, it just felt like it was intimate and gorgeous, and there was something, I think because it was the first time it was ever done in concert as well, and it just was a perfect night.
You've done pretty much every massive musical, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate. I think, as I said, I happened to come into the business when these greats were just arriving. And, they were the roles that you wanted. If you were in musical theatre, you wanted to be Fantine or Eponine in Les Mis. You wanted to be Ellen in Miss Saigon or Kim. These incredible roles, we were very, very lucky. Chicago has been a real backdrop to my life. Yeah, I got to play Roxie and Velma both sides of the Atlantic, and now Mama Morton that I played over here, and it was gorgeous to tick that box, because I adore the show. I think the show is, when it comes back, whenever it's in the West End, you can guarantee, people are going to love it. If they say, what shall I go and see in the West End, you say Chicago.
And of course, you love Victoria Wood, don't you?
I love Victoria Wood. I thought she was a genius. I mean, when you look at her body of work and what she did and what she wrote, we have lost an absolute genius, a treasure. Very, very sad that she's not here anymore. I love a good bit of Victoria Wood. I grew up on it in the theatre. I say grew up, well, I was 19 when I came into the business. And somebody played me Victoria Wood as seen on TV, Acorn Antiques and all those sketches that she used to do. And I could not get enough. In actual fact, I've got a whole album of her funny songs. She just knew how to tickle your funny bone. She's just so witty. And and I've long been wanting to do this one, and I love putting comedy into a show. I've done drama and all sorts, and I shove quite a bit of comedy into my shows, through song and through stories.
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget there are many more videos on the channel. If you enjoy any of them, please click on the like button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out in the future, and above all, if you can, please subscribe. Thank you.